Hello everyone, in this video I will be talking about something which had been out in the news for 2 weeks. I'm of course talking about Genting Hong Kong's sale of the Zouk group. This is a pretty big piece of news and for some reason no one is really talking about it. Genting Hong Kong themselves had only acquired the brand 5 years ago. I was even more surprised to read that the club was sold only for $14 million, but more on that later. Before I go further, let me show you the message put out by Zouk themselves, which you can view on their social media pages. First and foremost, I think it's a well-written note to the customers, very concise and professional. Interestingly, the CEO stated that expansion plans will still go ahead. This is likely referring to the Vegas project, and that day-to-day operations of the club will remain unchanged. That is good to hear, but it doesn't change the fact that I'm a little uncomfortable with the frequency Zouk Club has changed hands. Back in 2015, the original founder, Lincoln Cheng, sold the rights of the Zouk brand to Genting Hong Kong for an undisclosed fee. 2 years prior, audit firm Ernst & Young valued the Zouk brand and business at 40 million Singapore dollars. So I'm guessing Genting Hong Kong probably paid around that price range. 5 years later, they will now sell Zouk Group to Tulipa, which is owned by Mr. Lim Kyung Hui, the son of Genting Group chairman Lim Kok Tae. Kyung Hui subsequently resigned as executive director and deputy CEO of Genting Hong Kong on August 28. I actually had a picture taken with him and Andrew a while back during one of the Mambo nights. Let me put up that picture. He's the guy on the leftmost side. So let's talk more about the new owner, Mr. Lim Kyung Hui, and his impressive resume. I'm just going to read off his profile from the Genting webpage. Formerly Executive Director and Deputy CEO at Genting Malaysia and Executive Director and Deputy CEO at Genting Berhad. Deputy CEO and Executive Director at Genting Plantations Berhad, a subsidiary of Genting Berhad. He is also on the board of Genting UK PLC and Yayasan Lim Go Tong. He also held the position of Deputy CEO and Executive Director at Genting Hong Kong Limited, which he resigned from, as I said earlier. Education-wise, Kyung Hui is a graduate from Regent's Business School in London and Queen Mary University of London. If I had to guess, he was primed to take over his father as chairman of Genting Group eventually. Just cannot see this playing out any other way, so very surprised to see how things have turned out. Separately, I tried looking up his company, Tulipa, online, but cannot find any information about this particular Malaysian company. If anyone knows, please let me know in the comment section below. Back to the sale of Zouk Group. Genting Hong Kong is predominantly a cruise operator that owns Star Cruises, Dream Cruises, Crystal Cruises, and a stake in Resorts World Manila. In their 2020 H1 financial report, the group recorded a net loss of US $742.6 million. That is about Singapore dollars 1.01 billion. Naturally, in such times, companies will be scaling back and offloading non-core businesses to enhance their cash flow position. Various news reports also stated Zouk Group had been in the red for more than 2 years, and that is definitely not good. When Zouk was sold back in 2015, it made a lot of long-time customers worried about its future. It is understandable that most will feel the same again this time round. I have to believe that at $14 million, Genting Hong Kong sold Zouk at a loss, but you draw your own conclusions. However, it is one that presents a lot of opportunities to rework the brand and its direction. I'm not clear about the politics involved previously under Genting Hong Kong and how much influence they had in the club's business plans. I'm actually sort of excited to see what is in store next for Zouk. For customers planning to launch another Save Zouk campaign, I say please do not overreact. I keep getting a hunch that this sale may perhaps have saved Zouk. Imagine what Genting Hong Kong would have done if Kyunghui had not bought over Zouk Group. Nobody really knows. However, do bear in mind that the new owner is the son of the previous owner. It will be interesting to see how things play out during the transition as well as the next 1 to 2 years. At this point in time, if the new owner keeps Mambo Nights on the regular program list, he's already got my vote of approval. Let me know what you think about the sale of Zouk in the comments section. Do you think this is the final time we will see a change of ownership for Zouk? Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the TeamMambo YouTube channel if you haven't already. Thanks for watching. I'll speak to you again.